gentlemen, and those of you clever enough to transcend the agenda, here we are at the South Bank Centre, where we belong. Not a crucible of bourgeois entertainment. Oh no. That's enough of that now, thank you so much. As you know, I'm very method, ladies and gentlemen. And I've been preparing this show for, well, a number of weeks, actually. When I got the booking, I thought, at last, an opportunity to be drunk and get paid for it. I thought, should I get drunk during the course of the performance? Or should I get drunk a few weeks in advance? And because I love you so much, I've put myself through alcoholic hell for the last few months. Yes, exactly. And I hope you've brought plenty of booze with you, or that you've been drinking, so that we're all reading from the same hymn sheet. It's lovely to see you, but I can't pretend that you're just there like people waiting to die. Watching a performance that might change your life, it might not. You might be thinking, oh, I could have been at home watching the television, or I could have been in front of the computer masturbating. Gotta say, it's you. I've gotta say, I've gone very sensitive, ladies and gentlemen, and I can always tell when somebody is here who works at Greg's. And it's you. Because you look fantastic, and your clothes look lovely and clean, but you can never get that smell out of them. And it's always cheese and onion. You're lovely. Do you do rent? Well, I think it's an aspiration for a lot of people, isn't it? Does she? Your grandma is suggesting to you that you become a prostitute? Okay. Your grandma sounds interesting. Is she in the house tonight? Yeah. And you've had what? Gender reassignment surgery? You're lovely, but it's actually him that I'm talking to. Jason, you're beautiful, Jason. You know, I'd give you 20 quid to sit on my face. But please wash it, you know. I would make that stipulation, don't wash if I wanted you to not wash, you know what I mean? I actually prefer it. And sometimes prostitutes, they don't wipe the bottom when they've had a shit because they don't want you to go there. I know all the tricks, babe. Good to see you, still together. Gives us hope. You're nice with your cropped off shirt. I hope that you get, we're living in times of austerity. I hope that you get the employment so that you can pay for the sleeves. A lot of us are looking now, I don't know if any of you, actually no, because I know that you're beautiful and kind and loving and wouldn't have children. Who would bring them to this revolving shit of cruelty? Unless you're a multi-millionaire, there's no point having children. Talking of children, where's Ashley? The basket. Ashley, is it a figment of my imagination? Or am I really having a paedophilic relationship? It's very easy to slag off paedophiles, but a lot of them send Christmas cards. A lot of us here, we're not all good, are we? Yeah, she knows what I mean. There'll be dark secrets in your psyche, won't there? Exacerbated by alcohol. The reason that I've been commissioned between alcohol and creativity. Why did they ask me? Who as a little child knew how to go into the local off license as a 10-year-old and say, I really need a miniature bottle of brandy. Mummy's making a cake. And she would have come in herself, but unfortunately she's got pastry and flour and all sorts of shit around. And obviously, she sent me, now give me the fucking brandy. I think because it's a Saturday, which I believe is like a day, for those of you that work, obviously, you have weekends. For those of us that have transcended reality, Saturday's like Sunday, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever. There's no weekend, because it never fucking ends. Ashley, could you play, the ladies and gentlemen, a beautiful clip from a classic movie from 1945? Yeah, it's not got Steven Spielberg effects, okay, but I still hope that it solicits your interest. Did you say your name was James? Jason.
Take off my coat first?
No. Get me a drink, Ashley.
No drinks, no questions, just a quarter rye.
It's a bit like when I was 10.
$2.50. Come on, I need that liquor. I want it and I'm going to get it, understand? I'm going to walk out of here with that quarter rye. One way or another. I feel like I'm going to give birth. That's lovely, thank you.
Raymerland, 1945. Yeah, a lack of special effects, a little bit of cardboard, some wire. But we all get it, don't we? Who here has been so beautiful and been so sensitive and is appalled that with every passing second their humanity is insulted by contemporary life? And this is where dependency comes from. It's easy to condemn. But the only way that we can live on this prison planet is through getting plastered. I've had to sort of watch my alcohol intake because you can end up in a lot of trouble. Including with uniformed personnel who aren't like they are in a porn movie. As much as you'd like them to be. It's better to be anally raped with a baton than to be arrested. That has been my experience. You're looking nice. Have you managed to keep out of trouble?
Tonight, yes.
But before tonight, we're all friends. Can I just say, the idea that I can just perform here as if you were all just, as I say, waiting to die, that isn't going to happen. We're getting drunk, we're very method. This is really happening. I don't agree with performance. And I feel that all entertainment is disgusting, dishonest, and inappropriate. I felt like coming onto the stage and saying, I'm under no obligation to entertain you. All I have to do is be a drinking sculpture, a little bit like Gilbert and George maybe, and I can sing underneath the arches. Thank you. And we could pass 90 minutes of just watching somebody get gradually more and more demented. And I can fart as well. Both ends, babe. I call it spit roasting. It's like being fucked by a ghost at both ends. I have got an art A-level, admittedly grade E. But I think it did inform the way I put the goods into the plastic bags when I worked at British Transport. I stand before you looking at an ocean of, well, London's leading intellectuals. And I think, what are you doing stood here? You used to work on a cheese counter. But I'm here because what is going on? What am I thinking, Ashley?
Give me one sec.
They're very technical, these children. I've never forgotten my manners. I was brought up to be polite. I can think of myself as being absolute trash, but I'll always think of you as being of some significance. And you can't help me. You are somebody, and somebody I'll never be. There you go. That was very nice, actually, thank you. And thank you for your interjection. We are aware that you're there, but I can't decide whether you're a ghost, or whether you're a three-dimensional reality.
Well, that's Hollywood.
I'm a mentor, and sometimes they get a little bit too big for the boots. I believe in that. Ladies and gentlemen, let's just have a moment's silence for all the people who've died of chronic alcoholism. I celebrate them. They did the right thing. I think we all know now that we're living in a fascist dictatorship and you might as well be dead. Who here feels that they've got the power to change the world? You do, Andy. Ladies and gentlemen, Andy Franks is in the house. I don't watch television. I don't watch television because I think that they're trying to sort of brutalise us, and it's a psychological war. But you've been on the television tonight. There are moments where the jewel glimmers, and you've been on speaking out against the shit that's going on in Russia. I heard the arsehole from the International Olympics Committee talking on Radio 4 earlier on, and I just wanted to shit in his face. I wanted to slit the throat of his children and use their blood as a lubricant. I'm not saying I can always get that hard, I am 50. Sometimes when you've been drinking, it's hard, isn't it? It's hard. It's hard to get it hard. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm also trying to do a performance absolutely smashed out my fucking brain. I intend to drink all the champagne that is being offered to me during the course of this performance, because otherwise I have no integrity.
Okay.
I'm lovely.
Well, let me know, yeah.
Okay. I don't think you should keep watching that porn, actually.
But it's so nice.
I know. And it's better than people shooting each other, isn't it?
It's better than Syria.
Can I just say, I'd end all wars now. As far as I'm concerned, these so-called, because I don't believe in gender and I don't believe in men, I just think they're fucked up particles that are being thrown together. I have no respect for men and I don't like them. Yes, I'm gay, and I have fantasies of licking somebody's little arsehole and swallowing the cum and all that shit. But I actually don't have any respect for men. Or people who identify as men. They have no mystery to me anymore. Why would I want to be on my knees in front of a cunt like that who doesn't give a shit? Who joins the army, and like a lot of gay men, they can't differentiate between fantasy and reality. We've all been there, look at me. What we need to do is get these children. I don't even believe in girls and boys, I just believe in organisms. Some urinate through a fleshy tube, okay? Get them to experiment with, I know it's probably not ecological, but experiment with nylon wigs and makeup, acrylic nails, not guns. We live in a society where the head of state, the Queen, gives medals to people who have their teenage genitals blown off in a desert, and it normalises militarisation. You have her heirs marrying in a uniform. It's disgusting, and it makes it normal. Normal, normal, normal. Militarisation! Fucking normal! There's nothing normal about it. This is normal. If the heir to the throne didn't get married in a blood-red uniform, because they wear that uniform so that their blood doesn't show, if that article, that organism, got married with mentally long acrylic nails and a backcomb wire and big eyes and wasn't gender specific, then I wouldn't feel as oppressed as I do.
Le châssis de la brillance en sort complètement déformé. À la vue de ces images, le rédacteur en chef du Moniteur automobile ne mâche pas ses mots.
Le toit forme un V, on se rend bien.
Well, that was nice. And that was a car crash. This is what can happen in your life, with your life, when you're beautiful, intelligent and sensitive. Because a lot of us aren't, and a lot of us have decided, actually, if I'm a bit of a cunt, I could actually get a lot out of this life. I know how it works, and it actually works for me. I don't want to change it. I'm going to adapt myself and become desensitized manipulative and domineering, and maybe have a gay relationship. I do know that my life partner is here this evening. Of course. It's not every day that you make an exhibition of yourself in the Pursell Room at the South Bank Centre. There's got to be some compensation. I keep coming back to you, because I think you're going to be a challenge. When we think about the royal family, we think of these lovely people who cut a ribbon in front of an infant school extension. There is actually a little bit more to it than that. And it's to do with the armaments trade and the normalisation and militarisation and murder, mass murder. We, as queer people, are the future. We are so natural because we don't need that ego little thing of having a little caterpillar that looks slightly like you crawling behind you and you're dead. There's no point. We're running out of food, we're running out of oil, we're running out of water. Leave a work of art, and preferably one that blows up. There's nothing more beautiful than the abstract nature of an explosion. How am I thinking now, Ashley? Get rid of the darkness. I'd like to try and feel good today. All adults that make children feel bad about being them, LGBT, all adults who demonise a child's sexuality should be put on the child sex offenders register. Any adult speaking as a quasi-pseudo-faux spiritual entity, like they've got some kind of authority, saying you can only do this sexually, they should go on the sex offenders register, or be taken away from society and re-educated. That's enough. No more neurosis. No more stealth. Leave this plane, Ashley, I like it. Some of us saw early the dark side of respectability and how people are turned into polite, obedient mutes. Everything you do reflects on me, and I am perfection, you see. The original star of life lived as psychodrama. The film is black and white, 60s social realism. It's a kind of murder. So they must have thought I needed to live. I must have thought I needed to... Exactly, I must have thought I needed to live. I must have thought that life wasn't rules and regulations, and ways to be, and ways to not be. Now we're living in a time where I think we're all guilty of being obedient. All of us have got to break the so-called laws. All of us do it collectively. Recently, I was very lucky. I exposed myself to the Manchester International Festival. Well, from somebody who used to work on a cheese counter, it was an education. And I got to see Maxine Peake recite the beautiful poem by Percy Bysshe Shelley, The Mask of Anarchy. And this I was able to bring to the Vauxhall Tavern and share, and I made a recording with sound effects underneath of the braying horses and all the cannons going off. And can I just say, on the subject of cannons, having read, is it Thomas Mann, The Rights of Man? He said, no, Thomas Paine, isn't it? Yes. He said that cannons are as in explosive devices, cannons, not to be mixed up with anything ecclesiastical. Cannons are the barristers of the crown. And when you have an unelected head of state reigning over us in some sort of Ruritanian hell, you really have to kill that person. Yeah. 60 years of fucking duty. 50 years of duty in my case. She's beat me by 10 years, so fucking what? I'm prepared to make a cunt of myself in public in order for us all to be empowered and break out of the rules and regulations and all the shit that we're meant to in order to take each other seriously. Love is what it's all about. There is only love. The rest is garbage. You're born, you die. The time in between, what is it? A self-penned psychodrama? Some sort of narrative? An omnibus version of Emmerdale? Ashley, what am I thinking? Now it's out the twinkle.
All right.
So fucking delusional. Delusion. I should live in a light-filled apartment. I don't. I'm surrounded by social realism, and I've had enough. I'm mired in reality, and I don't like it. I've probably fried my brain. Has anybody injected liquid acid on top of alcohol? I should stop thinking and go into a purely meditative state. I should lose consciousness. I should dissipate in the atmospheric, not even a speck of mist, less than that. But this drinking is outside of me performing. But it does inform what I do. I'm constantly on safari. I shouldn't drink, should I drink, I shouldn't. So easy. Falling. Into the quicksands of self-pity. Treacle. Wading in treacle. Like a rat on one of those glue-covered traps. And all contextualized within the ever-unfolding infinite universe. Why should one person suffer? Why should one person go into a self-destructive meltdown? Why? That's lovely. Alone. Ashley, do you have access to visuals that might give us an idea of what the ever-unfolding infinite universe actually fucking looks like?
Well, I got the whole wide web at my feet.
I gave him a dog basket.
It's very small. But I'm used to cramped spaces, I'm council. Anyway, what would you like?
I'd like film of the ever-unfolding infinite universe to
God, he
contextualize
says
this
this to me
event.
and I feel like I'm like
It's beautiful, shut the fuck up.
ignorant.
It's beautiful. that we're all here, ladies and gentlemen, and those of you clever enough to have transcended gender.
David,
Yes?
please help me. What would you like? I've got pans people. You can never have enough pans people, but...
It's the ever-unfolding infinite universe.
Yes! I got that pure education.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, general members of the public. First.
It was meant to be somebody else, but he came in at the last minute.
General, I'm cheap. How you doing for 3 crack? Is it last weekend?
No, without that.
Oh God. I'm fucked.
It's
The
very
universe.
important we need that, yeah.
Yeah, I can't
Maybe the
find
word
it.
universes.
Yeah, alright.
Could you give me my glasses?
On a serious thing to God, there's no universe on this map.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got it.
Yeah.
Wait.
This is just as a guide.
I'm so sorry, people. I'd be the meow meow for sure.
This is happening, but in this. And this is why we need to not put up with shit anymore. This is where we are. The rules and regulations, the neurosis that they've given us has to dissipate. It has to go. Goodbye. Into outer space. And be a walking, talking black hole. Yeah, and I'm getting drunk and it's all getting a bit crazy. I'm liking it. That's where I am. Yeah, I'm here, but I'm also there. Duality. The idea that you have to be consistent at all times. One facet to be consistently performed all the fucking time. Hey, I'm real. I'm a real person because I'm just one facet. 24 hours a fucking day, 7 days a week. I never change. There's nothing else to me but this consistency is overrated. It's our right to kill. It's our right to kill. As Shelley said, we are many, they are few. Why do we put up with it? We have to start killing. I want to paint. I want to spout poetry. I want to show you what a fantastic artist I am. Show off a little bit. Maybe earn a little bit of applause. Yes, thank you. I just want to be a human being who's trying to contextualize itself within all the lies and within all the brainwashing and within all the garbage. If any of you at this moment in time aren't feeling good about themselves, aren't feeling good about your experience on this planet, please. What this night is about, it's about alcohol and creativity. So surely it's about jettisoning negative thoughts that make you feel that you're not honouring yourself, or that you're not helping others, or that you're in some way inadequate. We're alive. It's not natural to want to go to war. But these creatures that have been brainwashed, yeah, so-called human beings who urinate out of fleshy tubes, apparently they can't meet around a round table and say to each other, "Hey, fellow human being who urinates out of a fleshy tube, I'm a selfish cunt and I want more of a slice of the world than you. And you can't help me. You are somebody, and somebody I'll never be." Okay, there's movement there. Toby, are you okay? Okay. Are you just going to the toilet? Okay, that's well, we here, darling. It seems a shame that you have to leave the auditorium in order to urinate. I mean, why do you have to shut yourself up into it? I'm sorry, but the way we behave, the way we've been...
David, my crisps are wet.
Was that wee-wee?
No, it was water from the ice bucket. And my crisps are
Do you know what? I think we need a bit of Pam's people, right?
Okay, let's have an interlude.
Yeah, let's have an interlude.
I think that's what we call it in the industry. I mean, for fuck's sake. Really. Enjoy.
Right now we have
Louder!
Same time next week for another edition of Top of the Pops. See you then.
We
Bye.
don't care about politics. sick people leaving. What I suggest you do, if you want to have a shit or a wee, just do it where you are. From now on, we cannot honour reality the way we're doing. Okay, do you get me? It's all over. We can no longer contextualise ourselves as beautiful human beings within the fascism that surrounds us. So therefore, shit on the bus, on the tube, on a train journey, smear your excrement wherever you are, break down, become animal, masturbate in public. Yes, in front of a primary school, if necessary. It is far better that a child sees an adult masturbating than sees an adult fire a gun and then get a medal. Yes. We are the way forward, and I'm here to grant you permission to be who you truly are. We're all trying to contextualise ourselves within so-called quasi-pseudo-faux reality. It's a tragedy. Wear a nylon wig. I've said this before. Cancer parents or cancer patients. I love the way they're coming back, you know, and it's so professional. They've set the sights, they know where the seats are. They look as efficient as helpers as I remember them during the Miss World competition in the 1970s. And when I was a child and used to watch Miss World, I used to actually believe that I was about to see the most beautiful woman in the world, whose cheekbones might have been so arranged. We're talking now the finesse, the engineering of a cheekbone being maybe a micromillimetre higher than somebody else's. That made them more beautiful. Until eventually, everybody looks like something that's been aborted from a plastic surgeon. You're lovely, I love you, and I'm getting a lot of good energy. What this is about, it doesn't actually matter what I say or do, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just getting pissed on champagne. What matters is that we are together, and again, to paraphrase Percy Bysshe Shelley, let us in unvanquishable number. Does anybody know how it follows? Which rise like lions after slumber. And this is what it's all about at the moment. You are not passive people sat in your own excrement staring at me. Oh no. You're powder kegs of emotion. Thermonuclear meltdowns waiting to happen. You are all beautiful and capable of killing in order for us as human beings to collectively go forward. The selfish dream. Oh, it could come my way, couldn't it? Because I work in show business. And it's all about, oh, isn't he marvellous? You know, he's got such a wonderful ego. You know, and he's on his own and he's won awards and all the rest of it, you know. Blah, blah, blah. Very lonely, very isolating, and has no bearing on reality. This is reality. All of us in an uncomfortable sort of togetherness. If, and I do know there is somebody here who is, yeah, it might be you, to kill all in authority. Nobody is any better than anybody currently shitting and pissing and farting in the seats tonight. Nobody. Hierarchy. The idea that some people are worth more points than others is very offensive to me, and maybe I should have died years ago. It's becoming almost Shakespearean. It's almost, well, champagne. It's almost like we're now. What's that Shakespearean place at Long Island set up? What was it? The Globe. It's like the Globe. But when you look at this building, it is lovely. I think they're going to tear it down. Is it brutalist? Is it really what we need? When we're entertaining, do we really need to isolate one human being on a raised dais, which is very cruel? It is. And then, what, hundreds of people as if they're worthless, sit row upon row, like battery hens about to be butchered. We need round tables with a candle. And we need to be able to smoke. I've always said this. Once somebody said to me, excuse me, you know, when you could smoke in a public place, excuse me, your smoke's, you know, I don't want to sort of get cancer through secondary smoking. And I said, have you got the cure for international peace or for AIDS? And she said, no. I said, why shouldn't you die? Ground zero. After tonight, you will never be. This isn't entertainment, I can assure you. This is about you realizing that after this intellectual debate, the connection between alcohol and creativity. I don't know what I'm saying. Ashley, do it quickly, babe. What am I thinking now? Don't think too hard. I've never forgotten my manners. I was brought up. I can think of myself as being absolute trash, but I'll always think of you as being of some significance. One of the characteristics of drinking. And you can't help me. You are self-induced. But I really remember it. So leave the show. I should let yes, of course. So, I'm rude out of my life. I wouldn't want. I'll probably fried my brain. Has anybody turned on it?
I've gone too far.
I should stop thinking and go. Ladies and gentlemen, leave your uncle's son, for fuck's sake. This is about, well, it's beyond Gilbert and George, isn't it? Because they became very successful. They are to the rich. You know, whereas I will give a crudely drawn drawing in my own non-Royal Academy of Arts way to anybody. If a beggar in the street wants some money off me, I might not have any money, but I might give them a charcoal drawing. It's something that they can decorate their cardboard habitat, and it might make them aspire. Go up, go down. That's alcohol. I suggest all of us, including so-called recovering alcoholics. You're not a recovering alcoholic, you're a beautiful, intelligent, sensitive person living in hell. Treat yourself to have a little drink. It's the guilt of drinking that makes you into a cunt. Shame guilt. Who here truly believes that their homosexuality isn't a problem? No. There you go. I hope you're together because you've got such an understanding. Do you know each other? You might have met each other. You might be life partners. Do you know, when you're after a life partner, just say to that sad cunt. Obviously, your life is empty. And you believe the hype that, yeah, you'll go through the fucking mincer. You'll go through hell. But eventually, somebody nice will come into your life and make it all worthwhile. Kiss away the pain when your father exposed themselves to you, when your mother wouldn't love you. Because to love you would mean that in the community she'd lose faith. Religion is about so-called adults rejecting their own children in order to win points from other dehumane people. That's why there's no religion as far as I'm concerned, only spirituality. And yeah, I've had a few near-death experiences myself, and I do believe that once we're free of this physical prison that seems to be so important, we are actually more accessible to each other. Once somebody said to me, do you know that ex-boyfriend of yours said, there's no way I'd let David into my home ever again. And I saw my ex-boyfriend 7 years later. And I went, I believe that you've told everybody that there's no way that you would allow me into your home. But I did get back into your home. I did it through the television and it took me 7 years. What we're capable of doing, if you really, really put your mind to it, and you're not running off to mother care, because we don't have children, do it? Because we're too beautiful for that. Who on earth would bring a live abortion into this world? Who on earth? Who? Maybe the most crudest, most basic life forms on earth. And a lot of vegans actually now are saying it's okay to eat oysters and mussels. Ashley, just do it quickly, don't be clever, just press a fucking... Suicide. Tried that, failed. I'm nothing. I'm no one. I lack substance. Completely tortured. I'll do it for you. Why? Why do I feel that I can't be happy? Can't present a happy self? Do I feel that people would resent my happiness, so I might as well be fucked up, miserable and drunk? Do you prefer people to be broken, miserable, depressed? Does it make you feel better about your life? Are some of us suffering in vain? for you, so that what? You feel that you've got it sussed and that you're together. That's enough, actually. I'm going to take these heels off. I wear the heels because obviously heels, a woman, a concept, man, drag, it's all an illusion. Can we look at the ever-unfolding infinite universe again, please? Just to contextualise what's going on here tonight. I want taxation. I want the poll tax. I want the community charge. Come back, world. I want rules and regulations. I want gender. Come back. Come back. I need to know who I am within the frameworks of what you're presenting me. Come back. I can't be pure consciousness. Come back. Come back. Come back. Tell me who I am. And tell us who we fucking are. Come back. Don't do this to us. We need rules and regulations. We need more confident people than us to tell us who we are. With a heavily mediated media, resentful of other human beings. Might be the shade of the skin, might be the genital arrangement, whatever. Divide and rule is the way forward. Come back, I need to know how to divide and rule. I don't want my mind to expand. I don't want to live outside of the law. I don't want to live outside of respectability. I want to be taken seriously, not just as a human being, but as an artist. Just so that everybody feels included. I don't want to do anything on PC tonight, obviously. I'm at the fucking Pursell Rooms. The fucking festival hall, the South Bank. Isn't it lovely that they've allowed perverts into the building? We only fucking pay for it. Condescending, patronising fucking wankers. Turn up the volume of the music, please. lovely, ladies and gentlemen? I was thinking of shitting on stage, actually. I wonder whether I should. Because I've got a lovely white bedspread. I'm meant to be a performance artist. You know, who's dabbling in the avant-garde. Did you have something to say, Ashley?
I said no. No to shit.
Why? It's what humans do, what animals
Stinks.
do. What's wrong with that smell?
It just really smells.
Yeah, but why should we always be smelling flowers?
But that's what, like, you know, house is for. Ousted. It's very German, though. Oust!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And welcome to the RBC. Thank you very much, Dawn. Thanks, Pippa on the door. And thank you, Tom, who we know as Pam, who does help me with my makeup. Believe it or not, tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I've done my own makeup. I look like a Bieber model from the 70s. Yes, but I think the makeup artist has been traumatised as a child, raped by the father, in front of the mother. In fact, I think what really went on was that the makeup artist told the parents that they'd been homophobically abused at the age of 10, and then the parents imitated the child when he went to bed. Did you know that our son was homophobically abused today? That the children took a sweet and threw it in the dirt and did that with it, and then forced our son to eat it because he's a homosexual. Let's have a laugh about that. Hello. I'm enjoying the champagne. I've now got to the point where I don't care anymore. I'm actually, could you play?
More.
Just put the microphone down, love, just be my assistant. And come to this contrivance next to the bed and play track 1. Because this was life-changing for a lot of us. It came from 1977. A lot of us felt ripped apart. Did we support punk or did we support this? Maybe 77 was more new wave than punk. If you're going to be neurotic about it. He does look after me. He's only 14 and we've got a wonderful relationship. Thank you very much. There's worse things than two people getting it together at whatever age. Loud as possible, thank you. This is an unscripted, believe it or not. Track 2. Are you going to the toilet?
Yes.
Or are you going home? You don't know, you've not made your mind up. Keep out of reality. There's no such thing. It's about self-contextualization. You either believe what the magazines tell you, or you don't. You're lovely. And you're probably looking at me thinking, you should have made more of an effort to have shorter hair. You should be wearing shorts and a vest. Or you should look like a skater. Or some other fetish. To pass the time. From unenlightened human beings. Everybody here, after tonight, whether you know it or like it, is empowered and enlightened. It doesn't matter whether I do this abstract shape, or even this one, which is really exhausting. It doesn't matter. What matters is how you're going to be après this performance. You might be able to do better yourself if you want to be competitive about it. Ever fallen in love with somebody who is competitive? Because they believe in the rules of the game, therefore there can be no love. They are retarded, selfish, narcissistic pieces of shit. Okay. Anybody here competitive? They want you to be competitive. I'm really drunk now. They want you to be competitive. They want us all to compete against each other, so that none of us stand a chance. The connection between alcohol and creativity is death. Death to the realization that we all have an obligation, not only to ourselves, because there is no self. Only people that have been told by their mothers that they are special actually believe that there is such a thing as a self. Only people who urinate through a fleshy tube, who've been indoctrinated by a so-called female who was similarly indoctrinated, and this is how the poison goes on. In society, when the mother... I don't really understand why women don't sew up their own cunts. I don't understand. I don't understand why women won't sew up the cunts and refuse to have any more children and go on strike. They've had their clitorises removed in many cases. Why then go on to produce children? These people need to be empowered to slit the throat of the person that urinates through a fleshy tube. The people that urinate through a fleshy tube make our lives on earth hell. They have no value system, nothing. But weirdly, paradoxically, contradictionally, they have a mother with breasts who's telling them that they're special, lying to them. I've always said this: if your mother says you're special, stab her in the face. Say what? Say what? No, from North. But I do know that Kent is famous for its apple growing and its orchards. There you go. Slice off your mother's tits if she told you you were special, because you know it's a lie. She's either going to encourage your narcissism or your selfishness. She herself is infected with a disease, and the disease is an unwillingness to connect. We are all pixels. This is a very cruel situation that I've been put in tonight. The isolated individual on stage, talking things that we know at a very deep level. But the media can't allow our deep knowledge that we're all profoundly connected, and that if you feel down, I do too. Jism. In a way, what we're doing tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is we're realizing that there is no difference between any of us. And there is a beautiful, palpable energy here tonight. Not in a condescending, patronising, isn't it wonderful that the South Bank Centre have allowed these non-fertile perverts into the building, who obviously have got a lot of time on their hands because they're not constantly dipping their elbow into water to make sure changing a nappy, and all of a sudden a wee-wee's in my mouth. And that's what made me into a child abuser. You're lovely, but you've got to break out of how we define self, because it's all a load of fucking garbage. You are a natural humanitarian, dare I say, in the snobby way that they look at things. You are a natural criminal. And that is the only way forward for all of us, criminality. There are no laws. There's no rules or regulations at all. What right does another person have to say, actually, you can't do that? None.
Why should people have children?
Because we're living in a prison planet, and to produce children into this environment is ego-driven cruelty. Well, I think I speak on behalf of in the business, love. Have you got that? Have you got a piece where I'm actually talking about being on the kitchen fucking floor like a glorified abortion? Let's have a look.
What's his title?
Just go for something at random anyway. In a way, I'd love to take you seriously, but I can't. I mean, if you want to bring people onto a planet where all your authority people and all your heads of state are pro-militarisation, what? Buy yourself a designer handbag. Please, do us all a fucking favour. I would never bring a brat into this world where militarisation is normalised. I want to murder, and there's members of you that I want to kill. Yes, and you know who you are. Those of you that steadfastly refuse to open your minds, let alone your legs.
The originals.
Because you're not quite heterosexuals, are you? You're like less than a heterosexual. Less than what you're meant to be. Stick the cock in a vagina, come, fertilise the egg, bring another child into this prison planet where militarisation is normalised. Hell on earth! Hell on earth! Can we have some pants back?
Well,
the moment when you're on the tube tomorrow, you look like somebody important in the art world. When you're on the tube tomorrow, just pull your undergarments to one side and shove 3 fingers up your shit with a smile on your face. And it will make a nonsense of parliamentary democracy. I'm alright, Ash. But I feel that we need another. My internal thoughts. No, nothing to do. Yes, my darling.
You're wonderful, but you're 10 minutes over.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, fuck off.
This has to go on.
Fuck off!
This can never end.
This is David Hoyle's show.
This can never end. This can never
Look,
end.
we could be here till like
Well,
1 in the
no, I love
morning.
you, Simon. That's fantastic, and I do understand that there's professional personnel apparently.
Any comments on in 15 minutes would be great if they saw him as well.
Okay, do we finish in 15 minutes?
Who here can stay till 1 a.m? Simon, fuck off.
Can we swap the venue?
Can
we squat the
Status
venue?
rights?
Can we swap the venue as queer right people? Can we do that?
Oh, Simon, I think you should just fuck your own ass.
Say what, Milo? Okay.
I think David Shaw should be on ITV.
Okay, you've said 7. I'm interpreting that as 10.
I don't know about you guys, but I ain't moving. So if you want David Hall to stay on stage, sit in your seats. Because the more you sit there, the more he'll keep talking, really, because I've been with him.
I've been a good mentor, haven't I?
So, this show could go on till like 4, 5 a.m. I mean,
For life!
Bacon
We're real! There's nothing wrong with any of us. Our tragedy is that we try to contextualise ourselves in their world.
We're grouped together.
Those that have babies and don't believe that they live on a prison planet. Fucking arseholes. They've usually got money. Money to fund their delusions. What have we got? Porn and masturbation.
Thank God. If you
What-
can stay
I'm
here
not- do you know what? I've drunk so much, I can't hear what he's saying. What are you saying? Do you want a dialogue? What?
I'm also saying a porn and
Yeah, we should all have been furnished with a magnum of champagne before we walked into the auditorium. That's what I wanted. Ashley, what am I thinking now? Go towards the end. Go even like to 21.
Oh, 21.
Yeah, it's all done by numbers. It is binary.
So
look,
fucking
digital, you know, it's all it's like 0.
I should live in a light-filled apartment.
No, I don't heard this. Go on.
I'm surrounded by social realism. And I've had enough.
Characteristics of drinking is that it can
I'm mild in reality. And I don't like it.
self-indulgent.
I've probably fried my
But I
brain.
really think that I can do this. Get to the next level. Does anybody lead a revolution objectively, knowing your life is never going to be the same? On top of alcohol.
Once
I
Then
should stop thinking
reveal
and
to
go
us
into
yes,
a
us.
purely meditative state. They've already.
I should
decided
lose
it.
consciousness.
I'd like to be
I should
part of something bigger.
dissipate in the atmospheric, not even a speck of mist, less than
Switch
that.
off and not be sent to
Go to
schedule
23,
my
Ashley.
own.
This drinking is outside of
23.
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah, go for it.
Alright, hold on. What are these fucking people leaving for? How rude. It's fucking David Hoyle.
You're very loyal, darling, don't worry. There is such a thing as reincarnation.
Do you know what I mean? Bugs.
I'll never come back to this planet with all these selfish cunts who want to have babies.
Exactly.
And give birth to babies in hell, where militarisation is normalised and people who urinate through fleshy tubes allowed to rule the fucking world. Get fucked.
Just piss yourselves now.
Get fucked. Forever.
23.
One of the characteristics of drinking is that it can be described as self-indulgent. But I really think that I can do this. Get to the next level, lead a revolution, knowing your life is never going to be the same. Once they reveal to us, yes, us, the future. They've already designed it. I'd like to be part of something bigger. I could switch off and not be centre stage in my own self-penned psychodrama of a life. But this back of the brainstorm keeps me going because I know what it's like to feel like a brown stain trodden into a nylon carpet. Self-recriminations without end. Self-recriminations non-stop. A joint, and even now I can go into trauma setting. I can barely breathe. I wonder why I'm suffering like that. Well, I'm not suffering. I'm alive and I'm communicating. And I thank Duckie for giving me this opportunity to do this beautiful, where we've lost track of time, performance. We did it together. I am not an isolated performer in front of you. What's happened tonight? Yeah, we have to do it within the context of rules and regulations and straight lines and horizontal and vertical and all that garbage. What we've created tonight is what we all know, love. That's all there is. And when you believe in love and you live in a loveless place, no wonder we take to drugs and drink, but we are not wrong. What do you think, Ashley? You see, he's been watching television, exposing himself to the cancer that tells us all, no, you've missed your moment. Sat in front of a computer screen or the television, telling you who you are. We just are. Thank you very much.
Thank you.